So to make these paintings, I do a lot of driving. That's how the process usually starts. And it'll depend on where I'm at, where I'm traveling, but oftentimes I'll go out with the idea that the day is coming to a close. There's a special light that happens around twilight, and if it's raining, it feels like it's a good time to go out. I'll take a lot of photographs, not knowing which or even if any of them will turn into something worthwhile. I don't have a sense exactly of which images will work. Sometimes I'll find a place and go back to it over and over in a loop, trying to find a way to show that place off. And then I enter a phase of reviewing and looking through the images. Usually I have to draw them to understand whether they will become good paintings. Drawing it lets me see and sort of feel what it would be like as a painting. And to me, they're very different things. I think that there are times when painting demands a lot of energy, other times when it demands review and thoughtfulness. But for me, trying to remove my conscious ideas of what it has to be is usually the best route. So I've been working on this theme of driving for a number of years, and I always return to it because I feel like there are new areas to explore. Several years ago, I was working on projects where I was trying to let the road itself dictate where I was basing the images. So I did a project in Norway where I picked a certain number of mountain roads, and each of these roads I would divide up into 10 intervals. I was also working during the summer, so there were these long sections of twilight where I felt like the light and the colors were very even and consistent. Something about having the car odometer dictate what the image was going to be taught me to sort of relax and remove my own choices from that part of it. And I think it's something that still stays with me today, because I often find myself trying to let the image dictate to me how it needs to be made. The paintings function on several levels because they look like one thing when you're very close to them, another when you're far away. This is what I'm after, and this is why I have to listen to the idea of what the painting has to say. So for this new exhibition, I wanted to return to a slightly different theme, that of the city. My last exhibition was primarily made up of views driving through the forest or looking out to the sea. And this time I wanted to pick up a theme that I'd done sort of in bits and pieces, but never focusing on it, that of driving through the city at night. And having lived in New York for a number of years and then leaving it, I actually felt like this was maybe the time to return to that as a subject. In these views of the city, it feels like there's a chance to examine the lights and the architecture in a more abstract way.